The radio telescope in Chile picked up the signal first. Dr. Martinez was drinking his third cup of coffee when the computers started making noise. The signal was strange. It came from space, but not from any star they knew about. This is not normal, Martinez told his team. He had been studying space signals for 20 years. This one was different. It was too organized, too perfect. Natural space signals were messy and random. This one had patterns. Within 6 hours, every major space agency on Earth was looking at the same signal. The signal was getting stronger. Whatever was sending, it was getting closer to Earth. The object appeared 2 days later. It looked like a big rock floating in space, the size of a small mountain. NASA called it Asteroid 2024ZX, but their scans showed something wrong. The rock was too perfect, too round, and it was giving off energy readings that made no sense. Dr. Elena Vasquez was working late in her lab when the call came. She was one of the best quantum physicists on Earth. The government wanted her to look at the strange readings from the asteroid. The energy patterns are impossible, she told the emergency meeting over video call. This is not natural. Someone made this thing. The asteroid moved into Earth's orbit. It stayed there, spinning slowly. Then the message came. Every radio, television, and satellite dish on Earth received it at the same time. The voice was cold and mechanical. It spoke in broken English, like someone learning the language from old books. Attention, primitive species of third planet. We are the Zephyrian Collective. We have observed your radio transmissions. Your species shows signs of future expansion beyond your home system. This expansion will not be permitted. The message continued. We have placed a void cascade generator in orbit of your world. This device will activate in 72 hours. The quantum dissolution field will expand at light speed, consuming all matter in your solar system. Your species will cease to exist. This is not negotiable. This is inevitable. The signal ended. Then came silence. Around the world, people stopped what they were doing. Parents pulled children close. Leaders called emergency meetings. Scientists stared at their instruments in shock. But something interesting happened. Humans did not panic the way the aliens expected. President Williams called world leaders within the hour. We need everyone working on this, she said. Every scientist, every engineer, every expert we have. Dr. Vasquez found herself on a plane to the International Space Station 12 hours after the message. She was part of a team of 50 people from around the world. The best minds humanity could gather in short time. Commander Singh met them at the station. We have been scanning the device non-stop, he said. It is definitely alien technology. But here is the strange part. It is sending out scanning beams, like it is studying our planet before it destroys it. Dr. Chun, a former NASA administrator, looked at the energy readings. The device is not just a weapon. It is a complex machine. Look at these patterns. It has multiple systems running at the same time. What kind of systems? Vasquez asked. Unknown. But they are using quantum energy in ways we have never seen before. The team worked through the night. They used every telescope and sensor they could point at the alien device. What they found surprised them. The aliens are scanning everything, reported Dr. Kim, a physicist who used to be a computer hacker. They are learning about our technology, our cities, our people. They want to understand us before they kill us. Why? Asked Commander Singh. Maybe they have done this before, Vasquez said. Maybe they want to study each species they destroy, to learn from them. Dr. Chun had a different idea. Or maybe they want to make sure their weapon will work properly. They are being careful. The alien device continued its slow scan of Earth. Cities, military bases, power plants, everything. The scanning beam was weak, but but constant. It did not hurt anything, but it collected huge amounts of data. "They are studying our weaknesses," said Dr. Park, a military engineer who joined the team, looking for the best way to destroy everything quickly. But Dr. Kim noticed something else. The scanning beam works both ways. While they study us, we can study the beam. We can learn about their technology. This was when the humans began to think differently than the aliens expected. Most species in the galaxy, when faced with a doomsday weapon, would try to run or hide or beg for mercy. Humans looked at the alien device and asked a different question. "How does it work?" Vasquez said. "And can we use their scanning beam to look inside their machine?" The team spent the next day figuring out how to reverse the scanning process. It was like using a flashlight beam to see the flashlight itself. Difficult, but not impossible for humans who have built quantum computers and particle accelerators. When they finally managed to scan inside the alien device, they found something amazing. "Look at this," Dr. Kim said, pointing at her screen. "The device is incredibly powerful, but it is also incredibly complicated. They built it like a giant puzzle with millions of pieces." "Why would they make it so complex?" asked Dr. Chen. Vasquez studied the data for hours before answering. "Because they were afraid someone might try to stop it. They made it so complicated that any attempt to disable it would fail. Too many backup systems, too many safeguards. But that also makes it inefficient," Dr. Kim realized. "Look at the energy waste. Look at all the unnecessary systems running at the same time." Dr. Park, the military engineer, smiled for the first time since the crisis began. They built this weapon to be unstoppable, but they never thought about someone trying to improve it. The team looked at each other. They had 48 hours left before the device activated. Most people would use that time trying to evacuate or hide. Humans decided to do something the aliens would never expect. They decided to fix the alien weapon and make it better. The International Space Station became the most important place in human history. 48 hours remained before the alien device would destroy Earth, while most of the world watched the news and prayed. 50 of humanity's brightest minds worked without sleep. Dr. Vasquez floated in front of a wall of computer screens. Each screen showed different data about the alien weapon: energy patterns, quantum fields, scanning frequencies. To most people, it looked like meaningless numbers and charts. To her, it was a blueprint. "I think I understand how they built this thing," she announced to the team. "The aliens use quantum energy differently than we do. We focus on efficiency and precision. They focus on raw power and redundancy." Dr. Kim looked up from her own screens. "Redundancy means backup systems, right? Like having 10 locks on one door?" "Exactly. But imagine having 100 locks on one door, and each lock has its own power source, and each power source has 3 backup generators." Commander Singh shook his head. "That seems like waste." "It is waste," agreed Dr. Chan. "But it also tells us something about how they think. They are afraid of failure. So afraid that they over-engineer everything. Down on Earth, governments were preparing for the end of the world. Evacuation plans, emergency shelters, final messages to loved ones. The news showed long lines of people trying to get underground or into spaceships that could only carry a few thousand people. But in space, the science team was making discoveries that changed everything. Dr. Park studied the weapon's targeting system. "Look at this," she said, calling everyone over. "The device does not just destroy everything at once. It picks targets in a specific order." "What kind of order?" asked Dr. Kim. "Military first, then government buildings, then power plants and communication centers, then population centers from largest to smallest." Dr. Vasquez felt a chill. "They've done this before. Many times. This is their standard procedure for destroying civilizations. How many times? Commander Singh asked quietly. Dr. Chun had been analyzing the device's memory systems. Based on the data patterns, I estimate they have used weapons like this at least 40 times in the past 1,000 years. The team went quiet. 40 civilizations. 40 entire species wiped out by the same type of weapon now floating above their planet. But here is what I do not understand, Dr. Kim said. If they have destroyed so many species, why are they being so careful with us? Why scan us for days before attacking? Dr. Vasquez had been thinking about the same question. Maybe because we are different somehow. Maybe they have never seen a species like humans before. Different how? Think about what we are doing right now. We found an alien Doomsday weapon, and instead of running or hiding, we are studying it. We are trying to understand how it works. How many species would do that? The answer came from an unexpected source. The alien device itself was still scanning Earth, but Dr. Kim had figured out how to listen to its internal communications. The device was reporting back to its creators. I can translate some of this, Dr. Kim said. She had been working on the alien language for hours. The device is confused. Confused about what? About us. Listen to this. She played back part of the alien transmission, then read her translation. Target species shows abnormal behavior. No evacuation attempts detected. No surrender communications received. Large population gathering around learning centers and technology facilities. Purpose unknown. Requesting guidance. Dr. Chun started laughing. They do not understand why we are not running away. And they do not understand why more humans are coming to universities and research centers instead of hiding, added Dr. Park. It was true. All around the world, despite the panic, scientists and engineers and students were gathering at places like MIT, CERN, and NASA, not to hide, but to help, to contribute ideas, to be part of the solution. This is what makes us human, Dr. Vasquez realized. When we see a problem, we try to solve it. When we see new technology, we try to understand it, even when that technology is designed to kill us. The alien response came 12 hours later. The device stopped its scanning routine and sent a new message to Earth. Primitive species displays unexpected behavior patterns. Standard elimination protocol requires modification. Scanning time extended. Await new instructions. Dr. Kim translated the device's communications with its home base. They are asking their leaders what to do with us. This has never happened before. Good, said Dr. Chung. That gives us more time. But Dr. Vasquez was thinking bigger thoughts. It gives us more than time. It gives us opportunity. She called everyone together for a team meeting. Floating in the center of the station's main module, she shared her incredible idea. We have been looking at this all wrong. We keep thinking about how to stop their weapon or how to escape from it. But what if we do neither? What do you mean? Asked Commander Singh. What if we improve their weapon instead? The team stared at her like she had lost her mind. Think about it, she continued. They built this device to be unstoppable and foolproof, but they made it inefficient and wasteful. They focused so much on making sure it could not be stopped that they forgot to make it work well. Dr. Kim began to understand. You want to fix their engineering mistakes. Exactly. We reverse engineer their technology, learn how it works, and then we make it better. We turn their own weapon against them, but not in the way they expect. Dr. Park, the military engineer, was skeptical. Even if we could improve their weapon, how would that help us? It would still destroy Earth. Not if we change what it targets, Dr. Vasquez said, with a smile. Dr. Chun's eyes went wide. You want to redirect it. Point it back at them. Better than that. I want to upgrade it so completely that it becomes something they never imagined. Something that can choose what to destroy and what to save. The idea was crazy, impossible, dangerous beyond measure. It was also completely human. How long would something like this take? Asked Commander Singh. Dr. Vasquez looked at her team. Exhausted, determined faces floating around her in zero gravity. The best minds humanity had to offer. With this team? 36 hours. Maybe less. The device activates in 36 hours. Dr. Kim pointed out. Then we had better get started, said Dr. Chun. Commander. Singh opened the communication channel to Earth. Mission Control, this is ISS. We are not evacuating. Repeat, we are not evacuating. We have a plan. On Earth, people watched the news in amazement. While the rest of the world prepared for the end, 50 humans in space were going to try something that had never been attempted in galactic history. They were going to take an alien doomsday weapon and make it better. The Zephyrian Collective had destroyed 40 civilizations with similar devices. They had never encountered a species that would look at their ultimate weapon and say, "This could use some improvements." They were about to learn something new about humans. 36 hours to remake an alien weapon that had destroyed 40 civilizations. The team divided into groups, each working on different parts of the impossible task. Dr. Vasquez led the quantum energy group. They needed to understand how the alien device created its destructive field. Dr. Kim worked with the computer systems team, trying to crack the alien programming. Dr. Chun and Dr. Park focused on engineering, figuring out how to build new components in space using only what they had available. The energy core is the key, Dr. Vasquez explained to her group. The aliens use quantum cascade reactions to create their destruction field. But look at how they do it. She pointed to a diagram on her screen. They force quantum particles to break down in a chain reaction. Like dominoes falling over, each particle breaks the next one. It spreads outward at light speed until everything in the solar system is gone. How do we stop something like that? Asked Dr. Martinez, who had joined the team from the radio telescope facility. We do not stop it. We control it. Dr. Vasquez had been working on quantum mechanics for 15 years. She had published papers on particle control and energy field manipulation. But what the aliens had built was far beyond anything humans had attempted. The alien system uses brute force, she continued. They pump massive amounts of energy into quantum particles until they break apart. It works, but it wastes 90% of the energy. What would happen if we made it more efficient? Asked Dr. Yang, a physicist from Beijing. If we could focus the energy properly, we could create the same effect using only 10% of the power. That would leave 90% of the energy available for other purposes. What other purposes? Dr. Vasquez smiled. Whatever we want. Across the station, Dr. Kim was making her own discoveries. The alien computer systems were incredibly advanced, but they followed patterns she recognized. They program like they engineer, she told her team. Everything has 10 backup systems and 100 safety checks. Their code is thousands of times longer than it needs to be. Dr. Kim had started programming when she was 12 years old. By 20, she was one of the best hackers in the world. The government had caught her breaking into classified systems, but instead of putting her in prison, they hired her. I can rewrite their targeting system, she announced. It will take time, but I can do it. How much time? Asked Dr. Johnson, a programmer from Microsoft who had volunteered for the mission. If I work non-stop for 30 hours, maybe. The alien code is complex, but it follows logical patterns. Once I understand the patterns, I can change them. The engineering team faced the biggest challenge. They needed to build new hardware to interface with alien technology, using only materials available on the space station. Dr. Chun looked at their inventory. We have metal from the station's framework, computer parts from our systems, and whatever materials we can scavenge from satellites. Is that enough? Asked Dr. Park. It will have to be. Humans have always been good at making things work with whatever we have available. This is just a bigger version of fixing a car with spare parts. The first major breakthrough came from Dr. Kim's team. After 18 hours of work, she managed to access the alien targeting computer. "I am in," she announced over the communication system. "I can see the target list. Earth is target number 1. But I can change that." "Change it to what?" asked Commander Singh. "Anything we want. The system is designed to accept new target coordinates. The aliens probably use this feature to aim at different planets." Dr. Vasquez's energy team made their breakthrough 6 hours later. They had figured out how to redirect the quantum cascade reaction. "Instead of spreading outward randomly, we can focus it like a laser," she explained. "We can choose exactly what gets destroyed and what stays safe. How precise can we make it?" asked Dr. Chun. "With the right modifications, we could target individual buildings while leaving the people inside unharmed. Or destroy weapons while leaving everything else untouched." The engineering team worked furiously to build the interface components. They stripped metal from non-essential parts of the space station. They cannibalized computers and communication equipment. They even used materials from their own spacesuits. "This looks like something built in a garage," Dr. Park said, looking at their creation. "That is exactly what it is," replied Dr. Chun. "And garage engineering has always been humanity's strength. We make things work with whatever we have." With 12 hours left, they were ready to test their modifications. But first, they needed to physically connect their new systems to the alien device. Commander Singh volunteered to do the spacewalk. "It is my station," he said. "My responsibility. It is also the most dangerous thing anyone has ever attempted," Dr. Vasquez pointed out. "If something goes wrong, the device could activate early. Then, we better make sure nothing goes wrong." Singh suited up and left the station, carrying the human-built interface components. The alien device floated silently in space, looking like an innocent asteroid. But energy readings showed massive power building inside. The connection process took 4 hours. Singh had to attach human components to alien systems without triggering any safety mechanisms. One wrong move could activate the weapon immediately. "Connection complete," Singh reported as he returned to the station. "Your turn, team." Dr. Kim began uploading the new targeting program. Her fingers flew across the keyboard as she rewrote alien code in real time. Target coordinates updated. Instead of Earth, the weapon will now target the Zephyrian home system. Dr. Vasquez activated the energy modifications. Quantum cascade system modified. Instead of random destruction, the weapon will now selectively target only military installations and weapons. Civilian populations will be unharmed. Dr. Chun monitored the engineering systems. All human components are functioning normally. The alien device is accepting our modifications without resistance. But the biggest change was still to come. Dr. Vasquez had saved the most important modification for last. "I am now activating the efficiency upgrade. This will reduce energy waste by 90% and redirect that power to new systems." "What new systems?" asked Commander Singh. "A wormhole generator. Instead of waiting for the destruction field to travel through space, we are going to send the weapon directly to the alien homeworld through folded space." The team watched their instruments as the alien device accepted the final modification. Power levels increased dramatically as the efficiency improvements took effect. The targeting system confirmed the new coordinates. The wormhole generator began charging. "It is working," Dr. Kim said in amazement. The alien device is now running human-designed software and human-improved hardware. How long until it activates? Asked Dr. Chun. Dr. Vasquez checked her calculations. 6 hours. But not here. By the time it finishes charging, it will already be in the Zephyrian system, targeting their military forces. Commander Singh opened a channel to Earth. Mission Control, this is ISS. Phase 1 complete. The alien weapon has been successfully upgraded and redirected. Around the world, people who had been preparing for the end of humanity stopped and stared at their televisions. The scientists in space had done the impossible. They had taken an alien Doomsday weapon and turned it into something completely different. What happens now? Mission Control asked. Dr. Vasquez answered. Now we send the aliens a message they will never forget. We show them what humans can do when we put our minds to improving something. The upgraded device began its final charging sequence. But this was no longer the simple destruction machine the aliens had sent. This was something new. Something that had never existed before in the galaxy. It was an alien weapon rebuilt with human ingenuity, human values, and human engineering principles. The Zephyrian Collective was about to receive a very surprising package. The moment came sooner than expected. With 4 hours still remaining on the original countdown, the upgraded alien device suddenly stopped its charging sequence. Every screen on the International Space Station flashed red as alarms sounded throughout the station. What is happening? Commander Singh called out. Dr. Kim's fingers flew across her keyboard. The device is receiving new signals from the Zephyrian homeworld. They are trying to communicate with it. On her screen, alien texts scroll past at incredible speed. They are asking for a status report. The device is supposed to confirm that Earth has been destroyed. Dr. Vasquez checked her instruments. The wormhole generator is only at 60% charge. We need at least 90% to ensure accurate targeting. Can we stall them? Asked Dr. Chun. Dr. Kim was already working on it. I can fake a status report. Tell them the weapon is still charging normally. But I do not know how long I can fool them. She began typing new code, creating false data that would satisfy the alien command system. Done. I am telling them that Earth's defensive systems are stronger than expected, so the weapon needs more time to charge. The alien response came within minutes. Dr. Kim translated it for the team. They are suspicious. They want detailed scans of Earth to confirm we are still alive. Can you fake those too? Asked Dr. Park. Not detailed ones. They know what their scanners should detect. If I give them false data, they will know something is wrong. Commander Singh made a decision. Then we give them real scans. Show them exactly what they expect to see. A planet full of humans, still very much alive. Dr. Kim programmed the device to perform its scan routine, but she made one small change. Instead of scanning Earth for weaknesses, the device would scan Earth to show the aliens exactly how many humans were working on science and technology projects. The results surprised even the human team. Look at this, Dr. Kim said, pointing to her screen. Universities, research centers, and laboratories all over the world are operating at full capacity, even with a Doomsday weapon hanging over our heads. Humans are still doing science. The alien response was immediate and confused. Dr. Kim translated their transmission. Target species behavior remains abnormal. Population shows no fear response. Scientific activity has actually increased since weapon deployment. Request immediate guidance. Dr. Vasquez realized this was their opportunity. The aliens do not understand us at all. They have never seen a species that responds to danger by doing more science instead of less. That gives us an advantage, said Dr. Chun. They are distracted by trying to understand our behavior. That should give us time to finish charging the wormhole generator. But the aliens made their own decision. A new transmission came from the Zephyrian homeworld, and this one was different. It was not directed at the weapon. It was broadcast directly to Earth on all frequencies. The voice was the same mechanical tone as before, but the message was much longer. Attention, primitive species of third planet. Your behavior does not match expected patterns. Standard elimination protocol requires species to show fear, attempt evacuation, or request mercy. You have done none of these things. Instead, you have increased scientific activity and gathered your most intelligent individuals at research facilities. This behavior suggests possible technological advancement under pressure. Such advancement represents increased future threat potential. Therefore, elimination protocol will be modified. Weapon activation will proceed immediately without further delay. Your species will be studied after destruction to understand abnormal behavior patterns. The transmission ended. On the space station, alarms began sounding again. The aliens are overriding the weapon's charging sequence, Dr. Kim reported. They are forcing it to activate early. Dr. Vasquez checked the wormhole generator. We are only at 75% charge. If we activate now, we might not hit the right target. How wrong could we be? Asked Dr. Park. We could miss their homeworld entirely. Or we could hit civilian targets instead of military ones. Commander Singh looked at his team. 50 humans floating in space. The last hope for 8 billion people on Earth. What are our options? Dr. Chun had an idea. What if we do not wait for full charge? What if we use the wormhole generator at 75% and rely on the weapon's original targeting system for the final approach? That would mean sending a partially modified weapon, Dr. Vasquez said. It would be more destructive than our improved version, but less destructive than the original alien design. Dr. Kim was already analyzing the possibilities. I can program it to target only the alien fleet and command centers. It will not be as precise as our full upgrade, but it will spare civilian populations. How sure are you? Asked Commander Singh. 80% sure. Maybe 85%. It was not the certainty they wanted, but it was better than letting Earth be destroyed with 100% certainty. Do it, Singh ordered. Dr. Kim's fingers flew across the keyboard one last time. She uploaded the final targeting program while Dr. Vasquez activated the wormhole generator at 75% power. The alien device, now upgraded with human technology and programmed with human values, began to fold space around itself. Energy readings spiked to levels that should have been impossible. Wormhole forming, Dr. Vasquez reported. The device is transitioning to folded space. On Earth, people watched the sky as the alien asteroid suddenly blazed with brilliant light. For a moment, it looked like a new star had appeared. Then it vanished completely, leaving empty space where the Doomsday weapon had been. Transit successful, Dr. Kim announced. The device has arrived in the Zephyrian system. Now came the wait. Even through folded space, it would take time for the weapon to identify and engage its targets. The humans had no way to observe the battle from their position near Earth, but they did not have to wait long for a response. 20 minutes after the weapon disappeared, every radio telescope on Earth picked up massive energy discharges from the direction of the Zephyrian homeworld. The signals were brief but incredibly intense. Those are weapons discharging, Dr. Park said. She had studied military energy signatures for years. Big weapons. Much bigger than anything we have on Earth. Dr. Kim was monitoring the device's status transmissions. The weapon is working. It is targeting Zephyrian fleet positions and command centers. Another series of energy discharges appeared on the radio telescopes. Then another. Then silence. How long should this take? Asked Commander Singh. Dr. Vasquez checked her calculations. Based on the scan data we obtained earlier, the Zephyrian military has approximately 200 major installations across their system. At the weapon's current rate of fire, it should take about 40 minutes to neutralize all of them. They waited. On Earth below them, 8 billion people watched the news and waited. Across the galaxy, an alien civilization that had destroyed 40 species was experiencing something that had never happened to them before. Their own ultimate weapon, improved and redirected by the species they had tried to eliminate, was systematically dismantling their entire military force while carefully avoiding civilian targets. The final energy signature appeared on the radio telescopes exactly 38 minutes after the attack began. Then everything went quiet. To Kim checked the weapon's status one last time. All targets neutralized. Mission complete. The device is powering down. Commander Singh opened a communication channel to Earth. Mission Control. This is ISS. The alien threat has been eliminated. Repeat. The alien threat has been eliminated. Around the world, people cheered. But on the space station, the team was already thinking about what came next. The Zephyrians are still alive, Dr. Vasquez pointed out. We destroyed their military, but we did not harm their civilian population. They will want to know why, and they will want to know how we improved their ultimate weapon, added Dr. Chun. Dr. Kim was already working on a new message. Then we should tell them. She began typing, creating a transmission that would be sent directly to the Zephyrian homeworld. The message would introduce Earth to the galaxy in a way no species had ever done before, not as conquerors or victims, but as engineers who had looked at someone else's ultimate weapon and decided it needed improvements. The response from the Zephyrian homeworld came 18 hours later. It was not what the humans expected. Dr. Kim was sleeping when the signal arrived, her first rest in 3 days. Commander Singh woke her gently. You need to see this, he said. The message was in perfect English, much better than the broken language of the original threat. Someone had been studying human communications very carefully. To the humans of Earth, we are High Commander Zethan of the Zephyrian Collective. We speak for our people in this unprecedented situation. Dr. Kim rubbed her eyes and focused on the translation equipment. They learned our language fast. The message continued. Your species has accomplished something that no other civilization in our records has ever achieved. You have taken our ultimate weapon and transformed it into something beyond our understanding. We have reviewed the battle data from our military installations. Your modified device targeted only our weapons, ships, and command centers. 0 civilian casualties were recorded. This level of precision should be impossible with Cascade quantum technology. Dr. Vasquez joined the group around the communications console. They sound confused. Furthermore, the alien message went on. Our engineers have examined the weapon's modified systems. The efficiency improvements you made are extraordinary. You achieved the same destructive power using only 10% of the original energy requirements. Our greatest scientists estimate it would take our civilization 300 years to develop similar improvements. You accomplished this in 36 hours using primitive materials and tools. Dr. Chun smiled. They called our tools primitive. Commander Singh raised his hand for silence. The message was not finished. We must know how this was possible. No species in our 1,000-year history has ever improved our technology. Most cannot even understand it. Yet you not only understood our weapon, you made it better than we could have imagined. Therefore, the Zephyrian Collective makes an unprecedented request. We wish to establish communication with your species for the purpose of technological and scientific exchange. The humans looked at each other in amazement. The aliens who had tried to destroy them now wanted to learn from them. But the most surprising part came at the end of the message. We also wish to inform other civilizations in this galaxy about your species and your capabilities. The Galactic Council maintains records of all spacefaring species. We will recommend that humans be classified not as a primitive civilization, but as a Category 1 engineering species. Dr. Kim looked up from her translation equipment. Category 1 engineering species? I think that means they are impressed, said Dr. Vasquez. Commander Singh decided it was time for humanity to respond. He called together the entire team for one last meeting in space before they returned to Earth. We need to decide what kind of relationship we want with the galaxy, he said. The aliens are offering to trade technology and knowledge, but they are also telling other species about us. Dr. Chun had been thinking about this question. Before this happened, Earth was isolated. No one knew we existed. Now, everyone will know about us. That could be dangerous. Or it could be the greatest opportunity in human history, Dr. Park pointed out. Think about what we could learn from civilizations that have been traveling between stars for thousands of years. Dr. Vasquez had a different concern. The aliens said they have destroyed 40 civilizations. What happened to all that knowledge? All those different ways of thinking and solving problems? The question hung in the air. 40 species, each with their own unique approach to science and engineering, all erased from the galaxy. Dr. Kim spoke first. Maybe that is why our approach surprised them so much. For 1,000 years, they have been destroying every species that might have taught them something new. And now they realize what they have lost, added Dr. Chun. Commander Singh made a decision. Then our response should reflect what makes humans different. Not just our engineering skills, but our values. Dr. Kim began composing humanity's first official message to the galaxy. To High Commander Zethan and the Zephyrian Collective. We are the humans of Earth. Thank you for your message and your offer of technological exchange. She paused, thinking about how to express something that had never been said before in galactic history. We want you to understand why we improved your weapon instead of simply trying to destroy it or escape from it. This is how humans approach problems. When we see something that does not work well, we try to make it work better. Your weapon was powerful, but it was also wasteful and indiscriminate. It could only destroy. We made it efficient and precise. We gave it the ability to choose between military targets and civilian populations. This is not because we are more advanced than you. It is because we think differently. We believe that any tool, even a weapon, should be designed to cause as little unnecessary harm as possible. Dr. Vasquez added the next part. We accept your offer of technological exchange, but we have conditions. First, we want to learn about the 40 civilizations you destroyed. Their knowledge, their cultures, their solutions to problems. Whatever records you have, we want to study them and preserve them. Second, we want to meet other species in the galaxy. Not just the Zephyrian Collective, but any civilization willing to share knowledge peacefully. Dr. Chun contributed the final condition. Third, we want to establish rules for future contact between species. No more surprise attacks. No more destroying civilizations that might become rivals. If there is going to be a galactic community, it needs to be based on cooperation, not fear. The message was transmitted to the Zephyrian homeworld and simultaneously broadcast to any other alien civilizations that might be listening. The response came faster than expected. Not just from the Zephyrians, but from 12 different star systems. Dr. Kim worked frantically to translate all the incoming messages. This is incredible. Civilizations all over the galaxy are responding. They all want to talk to us. What are they saying? Asked Commander Singh. Different things. Some are curious about our engineering methods. Others want to know how we modified quantum cascade technology. A few are asking about our political systems and social structures. Dr. Vasquez read over Dr. Kim's shoulder. and some are asking if we can help them with their own technological problems. Within a week, Earth had gone from being an unknown world to being the most interesting planet in the galaxy. Every day brought new messages from alien civilizations. Some were friendly offers of cooperation. Others were requests for help with scientific problems. A few were warnings about hostile species that might see humanity as a threat. But the most important message came from an unexpected source. The Galactic Council, which apparently had been watching everything from the beginning. To the human species of Earth, we are the representatives of 200 civilizations in this galaxy. We have observed your interaction with the Zephyrian Collective and your modification of their ultimate weapon. In 3,000 years of galactic history, no species has ever transformed an attack against them into an opportunity for both technological advancement and moral leadership. Therefore, the Galactic Council extends an unprecedented invitation. We invite humanity to join the Galactic Council not as a junior member, but as a full participant with voting rights and territorial protection. Dr. Kim stopped reading and looked at her teammates. They want us to join their government. From zero to galactic politics in 1 week, Dr. Chung said with a laugh. Commander Singh thought about the offer. What do you think? Are we ready for this? Dr. Vasquez answered for all of them. A week ago, we thought we were alone in the universe. Then, aliens tried to destroy us, and we turned their own weapon into a tool for building bridges instead of burning them. If we can do that, we can probably handle galactic politics. The team agreed. Earth would accept the invitation to join the Galactic Council, but they would do it on human terms, with human values, and with the same approach that had saved their world. When faced with a problem, humans would try to make it better. 6 months later, the first alien ship landed on Earth. It was not an invasion force or a scientific expedition. It was a delegation of engineers from across the galaxy, coming to study human problem-solving methods. They wanted to learn how a species could look at the ultimate weapon of their greatest enemies and say, this could use some improvements. And humanity, in typical human fashion, was happy to teach them. The galaxy would never be the same.